And we are live. Hey guys, welcome to Crypto Talk Now Live with Max and Larry. The Max and Larry Show, your show, the big show, of course, the Max and Larry Show. Max, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty well. I actually got some news that I'm going to share with you guys later. But we're going to do this new thing we're going to introduce to you, at least Larry is. And I think it's going to be a cool little thing. But some of our hot topics today are going to be obviously Quant, some big XRP news. And you're going to hear, believe it or not, for one of the inventors of Hedera's Hashgraph. Yeah,
cool.
We have some H-bar news for you guys. So that'd be pretty cool. And also some LCX.
Cool. Yeah, there's been a lot of good things happening with LCX. It's been that was a good choice by you to cover it because it seems like it's something that the community wants to learn more about. So kudos to you for that. Now let's jump over to the comments, say hello to people, and then we're going to get into taking a look at the top 100, top 50 more specifically. Let's get the party started. Eddie T is here, says, what's up? Smash the like button. Please, guys, do that. Max can't say it enough. I can't say it enough. Help us throughout the show. Remind people to do it. Hit that like button, please. Boomer Eppensooner says, howdy, Sir Larry and Mighty Max. The football game blows tonight. I'll say this, that I saw just a sliver of that Buffalo Bills game, and I asked a family member about what was going on with that guy that got hurt. Now the name is escaping me, but luckily I'm glad to hear that he's doing okay. So that's really good news. I forgot the name of the player for the Buffalo Bills that got hurt last week, so he's doing good. Let's see. Ryan says, hey, Larry and Max, how are you? Seems Quant is towards forward. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it is wonderful. Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you, Coochie Boy. He says, yep, frogs didn't show up. All right, FTT on fire. Yeah, it has been moving. That and Gala also. What's up, Max and Larry? Coochie Boy. Brian Dowie's here. Thank you for being here. Mr. Lambo's Crypto Talk is here. What's up, CTN family? It's usually what he says. And Tim Shea says, hey, that's what he says. So thank you for being here. The commissioner of Crypto Talk, Tim Shea, of course, is here. Everyone's saying hello to one another, which is nice. Let's go over here and jump to the screen. Let's jump into the screen and share it right here. So share screen, jump into it. Let's take a look real fast. This is your top 100. Notables, Max, was Gala and FTT. Gala at one point, I did a short about it, was up. I checked it real quick. Was up 72%. At some point, you think that might be, I think you mentioned it the other day, we might have to do a video again on Gala. I did one a long time ago, back in 2021. You think we might have to do one on Gala one of these days?
Yeah, and I think if anything, we also do one on, or I'll do it, on distressed assets. How many times have people said distressed assets are going to go to zero and they're not going to be worth anything and they're not going to have any store value whatsoever? Don't get into them and so on. That could be further from the truth. Distressed assets have been a real thing that really stood out in 2022 and going into this particular year. Heck, I made money with VGX. A lot of you guys did. Some of you guys made money with Celsius. I mean, technically speaking, you can throw in, Terra Luna into that, particular miss, now known as Classic.
Yep.
Heck, USTC. So, yeah, I mean, look at this, FTT. So, I mean, there's still some value there. But again, everybody has to do their own research, know what you're getting into, to say the least. But yeah, distressed assets, man. I mean, technically speaking, you could earn a yield on that in some form.
Boy, Max, let me just say that's actually a really good idea for a video to highlight all the different ones, kind of show like what happened to them, the collapse, what happened as far as post-collapse, where they pumped up to, like maybe the all-time high after the collapse, and then kind of like a current state of affairs where they are now. It would be an amazing video. It would be a good comparison because, it's kind of like buying like a foreclosed home, in a good neighborhood, because some of these things are still decent, although FTT still remains to be seen, but it's something that, people are making money with. It's just, I guess it really doesn't matter if you're in it for more of the short term, so.
That's a great analogy. I mean, it's kind of like, looking at a foreclosed home or heck about, how about this, I remember, was it after the housing crisis happened back in the mid to late 2000s and so on, people were buying homes, believe it or not, in bad areas of Detroit, and they were flipping them. Yeah, they're not worth as much as they used to be, but even with that, there was still money to be made.
Let's say hello to a couple people, then we're going to jump to the Nifty 50. I'm calling it. Brittany is here. She says, happy Monday. Wes R.A. is here. Peace, y'all. Is ODL only exclusive to Ripple piece? Max, you want to answer that one real quick? ODL to Ripple.
Yeah, on-demand liquidity is exclusive to Ripple. Yep, that's a good question.
All right, so there's that one. All right, hello to Ryan, of course, is here. Thank you so much. Sobo is here. Thank you so much. Saying hello to everybody. Sobo. David Clay is here. How about that? What's going on, guys? Second live chat. I deserve one quant for that. Okay.
Thank you.
Stuff. We all deserve a quant. All right, let's jump over to this. This is Coin Market Cap. Here is a look at your Nifty 50. We're going to try to do this whenever we can. The current market cap is sitting at $850 billion overall. It's up almost 1%. What's trending is Shiba Inu. Where are you? You're actually trending up. No, actually down slightly, 0.81%. Bitcoin up very, very slightly. And Matic, a late entry to this trending list, is up 0.6%. I'm a big fan of Matic. I have a nice bag of it. I've had it for a while. So that's good news. Bitcoin, if you're keeping score at home, sitting in at 17,211. Ethereum, 1324. BNB, 274. XRP, yeah, you know me, 34.9 cents. You notice I'm skipping a few because some of them we don't really need to mention, especially the stable coins. Cardano, 31 cents, all the way up there. Somebody came in one time, Max, you remember who it was? With the Simon Ravenscroft a long time ago said that Cardano was going to get down to 22 cents, and I've been waiting for it to hit there. It got down to like 27, 26 cents, but I didn't see it get all the way down to 22. So there it is there. Doge sitting in 7.6 cents. Polygon, 84 cents. Solana, no longer taking a beating, sitting in at 16.27, maybe because of Bonk. Litecoin sitting in at 82.11. Polkadot, 491. Tron, 5.4 cents. Shiba Inu, where are you? I'll tell you. 508797. Uniswap, 585. Avalanche, AVAX, 1234. Cosmos Atom, 1115. Chainlink, 611. I saw someone comparing, where someone in the comments, I think, was debating with you or asking you questions about Chainlink versus Quant. I think that was the other day. So, and you did like a video on that too, right? Chainlink versus Quant.
Yeah, you're that one. I actually put it together. You clipped it and put it into today. Yeah. So maybe we should change the title and have it also partially say Quant versus Chainlink, because it definitely does a little quick gist of what it's about.
Good stuff. Yeah. Maybe we should. Yeah, maybe we should do that. Edit that one. Ethereum Classic 2022. Monero 159.61. Ton sitting at 222. Stellar Lumens exactly 8 cents. Bitcoin Cash 107.01. ApeCoin 465. Kronos Crow up to 6.3 cents. OKB 26.75. Algorand Algo 20.4 cents. Quant 121.26, getting up there again. Near Protocol 166. Filecoin 382. VeChain Vet 1.7 cents. Internet Computer Protocol 429. Hedera HBAR 4.5 cents. Terra Luna Classic 3 zeros 1691. EOS 94 cents. BitDAO 46 cents. Pax Dollar 99 cents. That's a stable coin. Aave 61.53. Where is Cool Cat? BSV sitting in at 44.67. And let's see, Multiverse Elrond was rebranded, right? Is 35.11. Flow 79 cents. Theta, this is one of the ones I'm starting to look closely at. 81 cents for the metaverse. Hubi 4.90, and the Sandbox rounding off the Nifty 50 at 52 cents. Back to you, Max.
All right. Well, thank you so much for you guys being here. If you can, especially you guys who were the OGs of the OGs, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like, because if anything, we can tick up to the next tier level, if you will, where the YouTube algorithm kicks in. I see currently we have about 13 on those likes. We have more people in here than the likes, but it's just a free thing that we ask for. It doesn't take much, but we really would appreciate it just so we can get this out to more and more people. All right, let's go ahead and kick things into the actual news that we have for you here tonight. So starting things off, actually, it's going to start with, believe it or not, Quant. And I saw this and I said to myself, well, this is a good thing, a good segue, as Larry would say, to get into specifically Quant. So if anything, let's go ahead and get into that. But here's the thing, all right? I think I have this actually lined up right here. It's in regards to whale activity. Yeah, you may be wondering, whale activity. Why whale activity? Well, it's good to basically recognize what's going on with specifically that. So I saw this, and it's again from a different source, but shout out to this guy Nagato, who's Crypto Nagato. He does have insights on building wealth to achieve freedom, so on and so forth. But check this out: 187 quant transactions exceeding, listen to this, 100,000 in value were executed today. Now, does that mean it basically threaded the needle, as the saying goes? Could very well be. Why that's important is because you do see that Quant is up roughly 5-6% and so on. And let's face it, at Quant's market cap, that is significant, even at 5%. It moves the market enough. You see big differences when Quant is up 5% compared to something that's like low market cap, right? If something was trading, anywhere from 1 to 5%, that would be, that would appear to be more of a consolidation, if you will. I don't really see that happening now. So do we get to the point where we're going to have new support lines being made and so on? Well, can't quite draw that conclusion yet. But look at this. This is the largest spike in whale transactions for Quant since September of 2021. And that is one of the key things I want you guys to take away from this, because in September of 2021, we did see all-time highs for Quant. I believe that was roughly in the $400 range. I don't have the exact number, if it was like 423 or something like that. I have to, of course, look into it, but I believe it was in the $400 range. So whales are definitely accumulating. And something I want to point out right here is that Quant has had the 187 transactions exceeding the 100K that I mentioned in value. And again, that's the highest in 16 months. And if you're wondering about the source in regards to this comes straight from Sediment, who is, the quote unquote behavior analyst, analysis, I should say, platform. So shout out to this guy, Nagato. I'm actually going to give him a follow. I was already following him. Anyway, so that was really cool. A little bit more in regards to our particular Quant coverage. This is still in reference to Quant's biggest whale transactions. Take a look at this for yourself. And if anything, yeah, it's making headlines even on mainstream news. So Quant records biggest whale transactions, again, in 16 months. This was a report 20 hours ago, this time from altcoin. A little bit more about kind of like what I said. And, as far as Nagato, the source he took was accurate. The 187 Quant transactions were executed today. Basically value over 100,000, the highest since September 2021. Again, it just kind of pounds it home even that much more. On top of that, at the time of writing this particular article, it states the price of Quant has decreased by 1.18% in the last 24 hours, but obviously that's been up. On top of that, we do see that according to more data by CMC, the token's 24-hour trading volume has also declined by 24.38%. That said, Quant remains the 32nd largest crypto with a market cap of $1.3 billion. And, it kind of hovers around the 31, anywhere from 29 to 31 to 32 range on CMC rankings. I'll do this real quick. Instead of what they expect for Quant in 2023. They basically feel as though them as far as altcoin. The Salmon basically tweeted a report stating that Quant's total supply on exchanges had decreased by 23.4% within the same period. Now, as far as the indicators, this indicates the coin experienced an increase in demand in 2022 and could be set for a massive price rally as the crypto market recovers in the coming months. And that is one of the key things you need to take away from all of this. As you know, here at CTM, we do track whale activity. I know a lot of you guys do as well. I think this is really, really something else, to say the least. We may have the start of the next breakout for Quant. We'll be following this closely. We have more Quant news to get into, but we do want to try to keep up with the 5 minutes in and the 5 minutes out. Back to you, Larry.
Thank you, Max, for that first part of the Quant segment. It's good stuff. That's the highest since September 2021 for 100,000 and above transactions. That's saying something. I mean, something's going on. There's sort of a feel in the market right now where we might be headed in the right direction. Like we've kind of found the bottom, perhaps, and maybe we're getting closer to, one step closer, I think, maybe to a bull run. It could be. I don't know. Let's see what happens with the Fed interest rates. That could be really big if they lower them. That would be like a shock. All right. So Salamander Space says, me neither. Welcome, Salamander Space, the XDC commander. XXI Gaming, welcome to you, sir. Thank you so much for being here, both of you gentlemen. And who else is here that we haven't mentioned already? I'm just going through the comments here. Crypto for shizzle, McDizzle for show.
For show.
His contingent of about 3 or 4 other mics are here, along with his friend Jake Paul, official. Of course, he's right here to troll me again. I'm still waiting for Jake Paul to challenge me in the home run derby. Maybe Maxie would challenge him in like a boxing match. Maybe like if it was like 10 years ago, maybe. I don't know.
Little known fact, I used to take a lot of boxing when I was a kid.
Yeah, I did a little bit when I was a teenager as well. All right, Big Mike, 690069. And of course, Michael Cornwell. The whole family of mics is here. Nobody has, let's just say this right now, Max. Does anybody have more mics that watch them on a crypto live show at the same time? Probably doubt it.
I don't know. I probably doubt it too.
Big Watch Dude, because we also have Michael Montclair too, right? Big Watch Dude is here. What's up, Max and Larry and the CTN fam?
Good to see you, Big Watch Dude. Shout out to XXI Gaming. Didn't have a chance to talk to you earlier or say hello. Boomer F and Sooner, Tim Shea, Coochie Boy, all you guys. Brian Dowie, my goodness. I'm just kind of going through some of these as well. Sobo, like to say hello to you, a fellow, educator and so on. Brittany's in the house. Wes, thanks for coming back. Wes R.A. If I left out anybody's name, I do apologize. It wasn't on purpose, but good to see every single one of you guys here tonight. And how about this? Rayan, good to see you as well. The guy with the banana split in his avatar that makes me want to go to DQ later, but I never end up doing it. So maybe it's a good thing. I could definitely need to shed some more pounds. So anyway.
Crypto McDizzle again, another ISO that Larry will miss out on again. Well, now there's an excuse. I can't get into it now because everything's pumping, so I still gotta wait. But I'm very, very close. I'm very close. I'm not gonna say when because last time I said Halloween and I didn't do it, so we gotta wait. And let's say a couple more people, and let's get to the super chat. You know who is here? Mr. Shaggins is here. Good morning from Scotland. Thank you so much.
Hey, Mr. Shaggins, good to see you.
April Cornwell, thank you for being here. And guess what? Thank you for the $10 super sticker, Mr. Wes R.A. Thank you so much for the $10. We appreciate the donation.
Thank you again, Wes. Really, really appreciate you. And we more than obviously love super chats and so on. But if anything, the main key takeaway is that you keep coming back. That means you appreciate the content that we provide. And that means a lot to us. So thanks again.
XXI Gaming. Max, I've been waiting for that last dip in Quant. It's probably not going to happen. Huh? I could actually say the same statement right there. I'm a little bit nervous that maybe it's not going to happen.
Could happen. You never know, guys. I mean, the market could go either way. But I mean, I think if anything, there's a lot of indicators to show that we can be getting out of this crypto winter. I understand, like for instance, Coochie Boy, if you're still in the attendance here tonight, you mentioned that, a couple more weeks to see if, we're really going to get into getting out of crypto winter or, for instance. So we'll see how it goes. But I don't know. It's looking, the settlement is, or I should say, the market looks like it's going to go the other way. There's a lot of indicators to show that, but as you know, a lot of times you get these fake outs. And if anything, if the Fed was to come out, with something out of the blue, that wouldn't, exactly agree with market conditions, then they could just tank. So we're not quite there yet, but we'll definitely mention if we feel as though it's going to, if things are thawing out. So actually, how about this? You guys want to get the algorithm going for we can maybe tick up? Drop in the comments. One quick line. Thaw out or the bears. Just type in bears or thaw out, whatever one you want to do.
All right, thaw out or bears, drop it in the comments now, please, and hit the like button. Crypto McDizzle, I'm bringing 5 to 6 likes. He's rolling 5 to 6 likes deep because that's how April and Michael Cornwell roll. They're bringing in all the likes, and they brought Jake with them. Yeah, so let's see. Mike, guess what day it is? Let's see. Not jump day. Yo. And look who else is here. Link H. Von Zeal is here. Hey guys, Max. Good. LCX upload earlier.
I can't take credit for that. I mean, I might be in the video, but that LCX upload is actually our good friend Larry here to on the left of your screen, who actually takes some of the live show and then he gets the recorded out to you guys and so on. So but yeah, we're a team, and thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. And Mr. MD is here. Mass Debater is here. Greetings, everyone. Thank you. Coochie Boy. Big news from the feds this week. Yes, we're waiting. We're waiting for it. Ryan says it doesn't matter as long as we are holding Quant. We are the winner. I love to hold and watch the market. Boom. Utility, we wait until 2025 and we party like rock stars. I added the last part, of course. Sobo says greetings to Mass. And oh, you know what? Salamander says it's a bull run. The bull run has started, is what he thinks. You could be right. I mean, we don't know.
There'll be a lot of indicators. I'll say this. I mean, it's not that I'm not trying to brag or anything like that, but let's face it, guys. I've been saying this for a while. I have been in the minority when it comes to some particular statements and so on. But I base it on, I have this premium service, right? And those guys, I'm not kidding, long before I joined up with Larry or even tried my own, private crypto channel, MaximusCrypto and so on, these guys have been right. And they've been, for instance, one of the two was that Luke Lango. He was hired by the Los Angeles Dodgers specifically for like data analytics, the 76ers, right? NBA basketball team. His background at, for instance, Caltech, and then, what was he like before crypto? He was like in the, I think, top 20 stock market picks at one time and having a really good like track record. So I'm just basing on a lot of like what he was mentioning and so on. And then they have data to back it up. They don't just pull something out of thin air. And I was like, you know what? These guys literally 9 times out of 10 have been right. So I was like, I'm going to go with the minority on this one. I'm going to go with them. And so far, they have been right on every single thing. There's going to be an update in regards to the last bull run video that we put out that says the utility run, and then, things that give you indicators about how we go into a bull run. Have a specific update on that. Watch out for that recorded video. Probably going to release it tomorrow morning. So back to you, Larry.
Thank you for that. Wes RA says Olay and howdy, Mr. Space. Oh, that was for Mr. Space. In space. Sobo, do you think the $200 price of Quant prediction in that article you shared is low for 2023?
Asking me? Larry.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Is that a question for me?
Yes. I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. It says, do you think
somehow that kind of flew over my head on that?
No. Let me read it again. I apologize. I was just trying to look up a bull run chart. Do you think the $200 price Quant prediction in that article you shared is low for 2023?
I absolutely believe it's low for 2023. Yes. A lot of times you got to keep in mind, it's like we give you guys, for instance, community driven news. And then on top of that, we do share specifically when it comes to like, a little bit of the mainstream. When they take some snippets, if you will, when it comes to, for instance, tracking whale activity, which is great, they also try to, I guess you could say, protect themselves in hindsight by putting out extremely conservatively low predictions, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I full-heartedly believe we're going to blow way, way past 200. I mean, that just simply makes sense. If I'm committed to some of these statements about the utility run would trigger a bull run, it ain't at the $200 price level. I'll tell you that much. So that's a good question. Thank you for that, Sobo.
Thanks, Sobo. Last comment, and then we're going to get into the next segment with Max XXI Gaming. I agree with you, Max. Larry, do you have the bull run chart? I tried to look up an updated one there, but I couldn't pull it up in time. There's one from 2021, but we need to get one that's current. You could show us from your opinion of where we are, what stage. I'll tell you this much: if we don't want to show the stock to flow, it's so funny. I saw a tweet from Plan B the other day. Now he's saying, you know what? He's basically said, I think that the stock to flow chart could now once again become relevant. What, after it was wrong by 53,000? Oh man, but
when they get that, here's the thing: when influencers or content, or what do you want to call them, when they get that high up in status, they could literally have it 9 times out of 10 completely wrong, or 10 times out of 10 completely wrong, and they still have a massive following. How do we know this? What's the perfect example? Jim Cramer from Mad Money. Amen. Amen. All right.
He's like, this is not financial advice. It's kind of life advice. Basically, just do in stocks or crypto the opposite of whatever Jim Cramer says, and you might, have a little level.
I know that's kind of overused statement, but it's true. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, what was it, September of 2021? He tells everybody to get the heck out of Bitcoin and Ethereum, all this stuff. It's it's all going to go to zero, and then we saw all-time highs literally less than 2 months later. Then in January 2022, he tells everybody to get back in, and then we see the start of a bear winter. I mean, come on.
Crazy stuff. A few more comments, and then how about the segment, Mr. MD? Anybody? That's a good question. Did anyone get their Flare airdrops yet? Anybody?
A lot of people didn't. I have, for instance, a particular quick segment, if you will, in regards to Flare, because I knew that Mike Cornwell was talking about a lot. And I knew that, it was basically either yesterday or earlier today that the whole thing dropped. So we'll show you guys a little bit in regards to that when we get a little bit through a few more comments.
Yeah, real fast. I'm not going to read every single comment, but I want to say hello to everybody here. Will Hoskins is here. Thank you so much for being here. I haven't seen you here before. ALBT all the way. How about that? Scooped hard at 3 and 4 cents. Still buying at these prices all the time. It's a no-brainer.
It is no brainer. I mean, I agree. Thank you for being here. I'd like to welcome you, Will. And I agree full-heartedly with you. It is no brainer, even though it's been up, right? It's one of the, what is it, up plus 20% or something like that for the day. We'll double check some of the prices, but even with the pump, I mean, it's still, a no-brainer to say the least compared to, prices that we've seen in the past. So yeah.
And thank you for that. And Mentalec, hello. Is it me you're looking for? Lionel Richie. All right, back to you, Max. Let's jump into the next segment. What do you have for us?
So it's still a little bit in regards to Quant. And if anything, it's something else when you hear, for instance, I don't know, see FUD out there. I mean, I'm not trying to FUD anything. I just think it's crazy. We just outlined, for instance, the whole thing of what you saw here, right? With, just that, right? Whale activity and so on, right? That is really something else. Then you see stuff like this and you just say to yourself, are you kidding me? So I do follow Tokenizer. One of my second to last deep dives in Quant, we did feature his really well put together Quant article. I refer to some of these guys as the Quant all-stars, if you will. Tokenizer, Quant Papa, Quanto Ronto, obviously Greg Lunt. So check this out. Quant isn't even a blockchain. Yeah, true. They build with core governments in silence, right? Well, some of the stuff kind of gets out there, right? Listen to this. Some of the highest volume since the bear market, right? We just recently deployed it. And then there's people like this who's yeah, Quant, dying volume. Huh? He posted this on this January 6th. Dying volume. There's whale activity here like crazy. He says most projects not launched on their own blockchains are basically for money laundering. Quant is not the first project of its kind that will fall to the dust and disappear. Trade wisely. He feels very bearish. I mean, there's always going to be people who just don't see the light, and that's just the way it basically is. So I just wanted to point that out. On top of that, we have this for you. All right. Shout out to this particular person who reported this. So it says Quant can connect any major AI network, centralized and decentralized, private and public, with each other, which is true. But if anything, we did that particular video on Chat GPT. Think about that in itself. Quant would even be something that could connect the likes of that. And by the way, that is still very, very new and is still progressing and so on. Also, Quant can also integrate decentralized AI networks, right? And use cases with money, trade networks, automobile, any sector, basically. There's nothing bigger than Quant, TAM. Now look at this. Straight from Gilbert Verdian. Says, Mr. Gilbert, how will artificial intelligence basically be utilized, right? He responds with, we have been in discussions with AI Nexus since late last year. Well, that would actually refer to, I believe, 2022 at the time, maybe 2021, I don't know. But whatever the case be, he has been discussions with AI Nexus since late last year to create decentralized AI capability using Overledger. To us, AI is another multi-app or middleware. It's a good point. All right, one more one I want to share with you guys as well. And it is straight from the horse's mouth. It's called No Way in Hell. I'm actually going to share this in a way you could hear it because it's, we got to for the audio. And this is straight from, Larry's going to say it. Go ahead, Larry.
Have you ever met a guy named Gilbert that wasn't intelligent?
No, that too. But you were going to say, I love it when they call me.
Oh, yes. I love it when they call me Quant Papa. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Quant Papa. Biggie Smalls represent baby. Anyway. All right. Quant, No Way in Hell it's called. Just listen to this for a second. It's 2 minutes and 20 seconds. This is some good stuff straight from the head honcho, Gilbert Verdian. Here we go.
Interoperability blockchains. So there's ones like Aeon, Polkadot, One Ledger, Icon, Arc, Sidechain, Interledger, Cosmos. Yeah. All of those are actually another blockchain. And so we're taking this from experience. We're taking an enterprise approach to this because what enterprises need is less risk and seamless connectivity for this to work.
Right.
And if you want to do this at scale, introducing an overhead on top of another blockchain is not the right way to do it, and it won't scale. Mm-hmm. So one thing that people in my experience, enterprise will change their backend and their systems to connect with you. And Ripple failed to do that very early on. And I think it was 2013, they were doing a trial with Westpac, which was a bank in Australia.
Right, yes.
And it was one of the early adoptions of this. And Ripple came in and said, oh, we're a blockchain, this is what you do, and this is how you connect. And they made Westpac change a lot of their backend for it to work. And basically Westpac just said, no, we are not going to change us to work with you. You have to change yourself to work with us.
I see.
And I worked at HSBC for quite a while in security in my career. So at HSBC, we spent something like £6 billion a year to keep the existing systems running and to maintain it. There's no way in hell that HSBC is going to go to any vendor and say, yes, we'll change everything for you. Not going to happen. It's the other way around. So the technology has to adopt itself for the enterprise to use it, and that's what we've done. So with Overledger, we've created the protocol and the operating system to connect blockchains together in a very seamless way without changing any of the blockchains. So right now, there's 5, 10, 15 blockchains. In 2 years' time, there could be another 100. We'll connect all of them. To us, it doesn't make a difference. And what we're doing is allowing that gateway and that connectivity from an enterprise like HSBC and Westpac to connect to all blockchains at the same time without changing anything really on their end. And that's quite powerful because that's the right way to do it, and that's the right internet scale way to do it.
How dare Gilbert flood my XRP bag? No, I'm kidding. He did point out some, valid things. He's not really technically against Ripple or anything like that, but, pointing out that, you have specifically a blockchain project or product in some cases, right? Have the attitude, hey, you want to do business with us and so on. you're going to have to jump through a whole, some hoops here. You have to basically do some big changes, right? No, he is right. That's not the way to go about it. And if anything, they're just not going to, put the money or time to do just that. With Overledger in itself, by not, by basically being blockchain agnostic, being that operating system, if you will, it takes some of these factors out. And I said this time and time again, when it comes to all these other things that are out there, typically speaking, the ones that claim they're interoperable requires an extra layer of blockchain to make that happen. And with Overledger, that is not the case because, for one, they're blockchain agnostic, and being an operating system to get it done, 3 lines of code or less, right? And to become fully interoperable. And if anything, how about this? Saving companies, organizations time and money, because if anything, they are able to get things done instead of waiting 3 to 4 years, like Gilbert mentioned, in many cases, getting done in under a year. Time is money, as the saying goes. Back to you, Larry.
Thank you for that, Quant, Max. And guess what? Mr. MD says he hasn't gotten his flare yet. That's why he's asking. Boomer, effing sooner. I'm wondering why I got 6 cents worth of Luna 2. Well, there's somebody that got an airdrop, but is not happy with it. He got his Luna 2. He got 6 cents on Chronos, or no, actually crypto.com, I should say. And he says he doesn't want that junk. Get it out of here. Thank you again to Will Hutchins for being here. Houskins. Hopefully I'm saying your name right, for ALBT. Appreciate that. Mr. MD, but my Gala holdings are doing really well. They are today, that's for sure. Crypto McDizzle, Diamond. From Silk and Diamond passed away. Sorry to hear that. Let's see here. Mad Kramer is just as accurate as men like Mr. MD. I also got a nice bag of VAIOT, which I'm not familiar with, which is doing really well too. Are you familiar with that one, Max? VAIOT?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
But I'll just take a brief moment. We did have a super chat come in from Crypto McDizzle. You want me to highlight that so you don't lose your spot?
Thank you.
Sure. And shout out to Mike Cornwell, aka Crypto McDizzle for Shizzle Manizzle for show, states with the $2 super chat. By the way, thank you. Max Twitter tagged you in a post. Okay, well, we'll take a moment to pull that up and see what it says, and we'll go from here right now. Let's just go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so was tagging the post. What will it say? Ooh, all right. Let's see here. Bitcoin versus USDT. The chart shows that we are currently in the best period to accumulate Bitcoin. Massive bull run follows. Aha. Thank you very much. Well, let's see. All right. Well, that's very, very interesting. We'll try to take more of a deeper dive into it. If anything, I think this might be part of some of what I'm going to show you guys on the recorded for tomorrow to support some of these things that Mr. Crypto McDizzle for Shizzle Manizzle for show is basically mentioning. And with that said, thank you so much, Mike Cornwell, with not only the knowledge, but man, he is in quite a few different things. I finally got clarification. 200 plus projects. My goodness.
That's great.
I thought I was having a hard time with 50. Anyway, back to you, Larry.
Yeah, thank you, Michael, for the donation again. And Link H. Bond Zeal. No worry if the bull or bear market is here or not. Just be like Patches. He doesn't care. That's the thing. Buy, hold, and watch the crazy news come and go. Interconnections are here, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, I couldn't fully agree more with that particular statement, right? So, for all we know, Patches is literally sitting there as we speak, laying there, and he's like on a nest, he's got his little nest egg, even though he's not a female dog, right? Even though he is not a. So with that said, he's laying on it, and he knows what he has. He's like, I got all this quant right here. Larry he's manipulating the market. Larry is never going to buy XRP, or is he? I am sitting on all these assets. I know about the nest egg, and I'm just going to sit on this until it explodes. So there you go.
Yeah, he doesn't care about good, bad, or indifferent news. So Trump announced on Truth Social. Thank you for that, Crypto Mike. And Ryan says, don't listen Those ideas or opinions, they want us to be poor. Tim Shea, I saw the airdrops are at 50% so far. He's talking about Flare. So there's an update for you from the crypto commissioner, the crypto talk commissioner, Tim Shea. Crypto McDizzle, you had to be holding since 2020-ish to get Flare. People are getting them. There's another update about Flare. Okay, so we got some Flare stuff. Thank you, Will, again.
Yeah, I'm kind of SOL on the Flare then, if that's the case, because I haven't been holding since 2020.
So that's good clarification there. Thank you, Michael, for that. Tim Shea, Flare screenshot was December 2020. See that? This is what we're talking about, guys. We're not always going to have every specific answer for you guys, but that's what the community is here for, to fill in the gaps of things that we might not be aware of. So now we've got clarification. 2020 is the cutoff for your Flare airdrops right there. I'm confident with Tim Shea saying that. Tim Shea says, Will I consider ALBT the less expensive cousin of Quant?
Yeah.
And Will agrees. Mr. MD, lots of coins being in the green today, so I am expecting some nice consolidations and profit taking during the next 1 to 2 days. Guys, please drop your comments, and also if you would hit the like button. We got 35 beautiful people here. We're heading towards 40, so we really enjoy that. And thank you. He said this is where he got it. Mr. MD says he's got VAIOT. Let us know more about that one on KuCoin and getting 40.1% staking rewards. You can't go wrong. Ryan said that's how they talk. The legendary person, my man, Gilbert Verdian. Brian Dowie says, Larry, you down with XRP? Well, I'm down with XRP, but I need it to go down so I can get some of it. But I'm being stubborn as heck. Now it's like I have an excuse. I just can't get it now because it's doing, the market's up a little bit. I'll have to look at it. What is it? You have to check. Is it 35 cents, 37 cents? Hopefully when I buy it, it's not like 80 cents. Quant, strong as heck. What's up, Larry and Max and everybody?
Hey, Edward Vincent. Thank you.
Thank you, Edward Vincent. Brian Dowie says, Tim, say hello to Caroline for me. I think she might be tied up at the moment.
But don't forget to say, I don't want to picture that. But anyway, yeah, you mentioned Caroline. You got to throw in the bomb. Anyway.
Oh, not so sweet, Caroline. Tim Shea, I got a small airdrop of Luna 2 also on crypto.com. I'm going to have to check my crypto.com account. I probably got a fraction of a penny or something. Tim Shea, hey, think for yourself. Brian, she says, hey, Caroline is saying hello. And Coochie Boy, Sir Shea, did she say hi to me too? Is she still tied up? Cool Cat Crypto Meow is here. He is passing wind on a clown's face. Something like that.
Look, cool cat. Sorry.
The Good Samaritan is here. GS. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Lionel
Richie.
And who else is there? We have a lot of fun in the show, so we try to. All right, boom. And here he is. This is the answer. Okay. Mr. MD says Voight, or it's VAIOT, is an AI project for faster, easier, and affordable on-chain intelligent contracts for business. You see that? These are intelligent AIs. Unlike the ones watching the show right now from YouTube. These AIs are actually intelligent. On-chain intelligent contracts for business. All right, cool. Crypto God is here. He's omnipotent when it comes to crypto. All the thugs in the house. Thank you for being here.
I'm no thug, but hello to you too.
Tim
I don't
Shea.
know. Somebody said to me, they're like, "Oh, your baseball cap. You trying to look like a thug?" I'm like, "It's a baseball cap. Literally, it's a baseball cap for the Portland Diamond Project to bring Major League Baseball to Portland." No, it's not. You're trying to be a thug. No, I'm not trying to be a thug. This is legitimately to create awareness for the Portland Diamond Project. That's not a real thing. You're trying to be a thug. You know you're trying to be a thug. I saw you on a show wearing your hat backwards once. It's like, okay.
Oh, man. I was going to freak everybody out one day and come on with this hat on backwards just to give people a different look. Let's see. Tim Shea says, Brian, she gets some exercise now and then. The Good Samaritan is here. And saying hello to Tim, Brian, and Boomer F and Sooner. Hey, Crypto God. Keep going. I've been holding since 2018. Is there another super chat just came in? Crypto God. There might be. Yes, I think there is. One more, Mr. MD. I am bullish on many AI projects as well as the ISO 20022 compliant tokens and coins. All right, so let's go.
Then check out. Here's the thing, Mass Debater. If you haven't done so already, check out Singularity Net. It's one of the standout ones built on the Cardano ecosystem. Yeah, check out that one specifically, Singularity Net. And it's actually done pretty well, even in the 2022 bear market and so on. It fluctuates a lot, but it's been even a decent swing trade. But even for a long-term hold, check them out. I mean, they have some really, really impressive technology. And I'm just thinking when ADA finally, has that big breakout, Singularity Net will definitely follow suit because it just simply makes sense.
We got 41 beautiful people in here. If you guys would hit the like button, we're on our way to 50. And guess what? If we get 60, there's a little secret I'm going to tell you. This is not real. And I'll put a hole through this wall just to show you how excited I am to get 60 people here at the same time. Will says this. Thank you so much for the $10 donation. Will the Thrill is here. And he says, do you guys know what percentage of Flare will be airdropped to us? He's asking about the first installment specifically. And guess what? Let's defer that question to Tim Shea. And how about this? Crypto McDizzle. Michael Cornwell, maybe you guys in the comments could drop that in there and answer. I bet you'll get an answer from one of those two gentlemen right here.
Yeah, I was literally going to say that too. We have a little bit in regards to Flare specifically. I want to thank you of course, for that $10 super chat. Just real quick, Larry, I'm going to show on my screen just, what we have in regards to Flare, because I know a lot of people are kind of talking about it. So it's just like, might as well just pull it up. So here it is. Going to pull up this particular window. So it says, hey, XRP holders, we're ready for the Flare Network's FLR token distribution later today. But I didn't get the specifics on how much, people will get from that specific airdrop. I did see other things like what you guys are confirming in regards to Flare, about how you had to hold it since 2020. You even have a specific month. Shout out to Johnny Crypto of the 3T Warriors Academy. On their live stream this morning, they were talking specifically about that, but I didn't get anything specific about how many you'll get. But in regards to this right here, it says you'll be able to add a Flare account. Listen to this, in Ledger Live at launch. And of course, you want to learn more about that. They have a specific article about that. I'll pull that up right now. And it brings you to here. And this gives you a little bit more information in regards to the Flare FLR token distribution. This was actually updated, I believe, today. And it just kind of answers all of it. Like if you're eligible to receive the FLR tokens, my answer is going to be probably no, because it has, here's the date. If you held XRP in your XRP wallet during the December 12th, 2020 snapshot, and you claim the airdrop by submitting an Ethereum address before June 11th of 2021, you are eligible. How about this one? Will Flare accounts be supported in Ledger Live? It says, yes, we're planning on supporting Flare accounts. When the Flare network goes live, you'll need to have ETH app installed on your Ledger device to be able to create a Flare FLR account in Ledger Live. I'm sure somebody's going to ask that. Where will my FLR tokens be distributed? This is a really good one. So, I mean, I'm glad that we just got into this. Great segue with the super chat. So thank you so much. To answer that, it says specifically, once the Flare network is launched, the Ethereum address you provided for the token distribution will become your Flare account address on the Flare network, and where you will receive your FLR tokens. To find this address, listen to this, paste your XRP address into XRP scan, which they do give you a link to that, and navigate to the Flare tab. And it shows you how to go about that. Now, how to claim your FLR tokens. I think maybe, who was it? If I'm not mistaken, it says you can follow a guide that they have here. So again, I would just recommend going straight to this particular site. How many FLR tokens can I expect to receive? I guess this maybe answers your question. It says, according to the Flare team, quote, at launch, each account that has claimed FLR will receive 15% of the total Flare for which they are eligible. The remaining Flare will be distributed over a minimum of 25 months and a maximum of 34 months. So it sounds like no matter what, 34 months from the time of today, you will receive it. So if you want more and more information in regards to all of this, you can get it from this particular link, which I'll jump back here in a second, and that is support.ledger.com. Just go to support.ledger.com. So back to you, Larry, and thank you again for the super chat, Will Houchins.
Yes, thank you again, Will. And thank you, Max, for the Flare network update. Hopefully that answers your question. 15% and then spread out over up to, looks like 34 months. So thank you so much for that. And let's spice up your username a little bit. Let's call you Lexus GS350. How about that? Thug Inu.
That would be quite the one. Tupac is back. Instead of them doing a dog, it's literally Tupac. Anyway.
Coochie Boy. Still holding mine on Coinbase Exchange. Crypto Puppet is here. He's pulling all the strings. Laugh
hey,
out loud.
Crypto Puppet. Thanks for commenting on some of the recorded videos. We appreciate that, man.
Appreciate you being here at Crypto Puppet once again, Mr. MD on a decentralized exchange, bro. Hey, GS350. How about that? You might want to change it to that. Whiskey. Like this. This is a really good username right here. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot 420. Damn, I'm late. Okay, well, you missed the prize we gave away.
It's all right. We have we always have an upload of the record or the live. You could go back and watch it if you want.
Yeah, you guys can watch the recorded segments. They're usually snippets of the live show, and then also Max does them from scratch, and eventually I'll do some as well. So we're planning on delivering more content to you guys because you guys deserve it and we enjoy doing it. So
well, how about this real quick? Do you guys know of any other crypto show that's literally doing like, what was it? We put out 6, recorded video plus a live show every single day of the week. I don't really know of
crazy
any.
stuff, right? Crazy stuff. All right, Crypto Puppet. What's up, y'all? All right, Whiskey. Hey, how about this one? There's a new one. Our life projects. Ask DPG Max if he likes LCX, and well, he does. He does. He's been doing a bunch of videos about it. And how about that basic attention token? I had that a long time ago. They are my long-term smaller cap projects I'm liking. Of course, I got Quant, Link, Ethereum, HBAR are my main holdings. All right, DPG. We haven't heard you reference that way. Do you like LCX and BAT?
Well, of course. Here's the thing. You're probably new to our particular channel, so that's okay. I'd like to go ahead and welcome you first and foremost here at Crypto Talk Now. So thank you for that. To answer your question, yes, I really do like LCX. We covered quite a bit. LCX basically moved from being, somewhere in my top 20 to literally like maybe at, rank 6, 7, 8 at the most. It is on my particular short list, to say the least, my priority list, I should say. So yes, I do like it very much. In regards to BAT, basic attention token, I'm aware of it and so on. I just never got into it. But yeah, I mean, obviously Quant is great. I feel as though HBAR is a must-have for me. But yeah, nonetheless, thank you for being here. And DPGmaximus has technically been my username for 20 plus years. It's from my gaming group. Shout out to my gaming group, DPG Dog Pound Gaming. We're actually going to have an anniversary coming up on the 23rd of this month. We will have been around for 21 years. We're one of the longest lasting, oldest gaming communities out there. We first started off in Medal of Honor, Allied Assault, and then my other channel, which is I need to really get content out there, but I've been doing all my focus on crypto, and that's DPGmaximus. I have, 7,300, 7,400 subscribers on that, and I provide, I guess you could say, walkthroughs on how to be a good fighter pilot or bombing pilot in Battlefield 5. I have some really good videos on, Call of Duty and stuff like that. But my focus is crypto. And, I would like to do at least something once a week. Every time I try to get into it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot how time consuming this is. So to make one video for that specifically, I mean, that would take like 4 hours. And I'm like, there's not enough time to really balance out both. But maybe I'll get back into it and do like reviews and stuff like that. But that's where the DPG comes from. But anyway, long story short, thank you so much. And guys, if you haven't hit the like please do so. Maybe we could tick up to 40. I don't know, but really appreciate everybody being here tonight. And thanks for the question. And by all means, call me Max. Sorry, call me Max instead of DPG.
Coming up on the top of the hour or so, I think we'll get a burst of energy. We'll get some more people shuffling through the virtual door here. Mr. MD says, check out Singularity Net, AGIX, and Singularity DAO, SDAO. I am on them, bruh. I think that's how he's saying it. You're right. AGIX is a great project. All right. Will says, thank you. Gave a thumbs up.
Yeah,
and Big Watch Dude is helping out Will because that's what we do here. With the CTN community family, help each other. 15% was the answer there initially for the airdrop for Flare Network. All right. So Daniel, don't call me Carlos Delgado. Damn. Max, you're giving away all the gems out before I get the bags. Laugh out loud. Good projects.
Well, thanks, Daniel. Good to see you, Daniel, as always.
Good to see you, Daniel. And who else is here but Tim Shea, of course, saying for every 1 XRP, here's the math. For every 1 XRP, you get 1.1511 Flare will be airdrop. Thank you for the clarification again to the crypto commissioner, as so eloquently dubbed by Sir Max. The crypto commissioner of Crypto Talk, Tim Shea. Thank you. All right. Hey, our life. And Daniel, don't call me Carlos Delgado. Hey, Tim, how was your day? All right. Sometimes, it's like you think it's going to be something for the community and you just start getting into reading. You're like, oh, man, he was just saying hello. Funny stuff. Cool Cat Crypto, meow. Don't be fudding my Flare. How about that? XXI Gaming. Max. CKB might be a gem to look at.
Yeah, I don't mess with the Crypt Killer Blood tokens. Sorry. I'm playing. I don't even know what that is. So yeah, that's crazy.
All right. Let us know what it stands for. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot 420. I have a lot of lobster, not the rock lobster.
Oh, a lobster that's connected with Stellar. Yeah, that's cool. Right on.
Mario or Mario. I think it's Mario Brothers. Mario. What's up, gentlemen? Thank you so much for being here.
You gotta say it right. You gotta be like, it's a Mario. Waluigi. Then you gotta be like, well, where's Yoshi at? Be like, Yoshi.
It's not just like him. Mr. MD. But I am earning some staking rewards. Then I plan to move onto my Ledger wallet. Yo, Top Shelf Crypto, Edward Vincent, aka y'all, for show. Kicked it up a notch like bam, Emerald Lagasse style.
Emerald Lagasse style, like bam.
David Clay, GS350. Thanks, guys, for all your content out here for us, man. And thank you. Mr. MD, smart move coming from the Cool Cat. Cool Cat Crypto, meow. Thank you for that. And Daniel Delgado, it's a very bullish day. Tim Shea is saying to you. So, Mr. Mario, can you give a shout out to my nephew, Cheekies? It's his birthday today. He's here with me listening to the show. Happy birthday to Cheekies.
Yes, happy birthday to Cheekies. And the Mrs. Doubtfire voice would be like, ooh, you wicked, wicked Cheekies.
There you go. No one can do. If anyone starts doing a Mrs. Doubtfire voice on a crypto show, you know where they got it from. All right. Our life projects. That's awesome. Thanks for answering my questions and congrats on the DPG success. Sorry for calling you the wrong name.
No, it's fine. I mean, it's literally there. I mean, it's to be expected, but I just put that there so people know to go, follow me on Twitter and so on, because I'm really trying to get that up because, ever since, Elon Musk came to Twitter, he changed a few things for content creators, which is really cool. So apparently, after we hit 10,000 followers, Larry and I can get to the status of what is referred to as Twitter celebrities, which I'm not gonna let that go to my head or anything, but it helps us get, like monetized. So obviously we're monetized here, and we like to be on there as well. So by all means, follow me back on Twitter, especially if your name is Mentalect, because it is you I'm looking for. Lionel Richie.
I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to get to his super chat. Thank you, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot 420. Do you guys invest in Lobster, eToro, I have a small eToro account still, or Uphold.
Yep,
You
I have
do you invest
eToro.
on Lobster, eToro, or Uphold? You want to answer that one, Max?
So I'm on eToro. I mean, I have a few stocks on there just because, it's like back in the day when I was following certain content creators, they had the whole thing where, you get the free stocks, one of those promotions. But as far as actually investing on those platforms, I'm not. I know a lot of people from our community do. They really like Uphold and so on. So that's all the feedback I could give you, in regards to that. Thank you, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot 420 with a $10 super chat. Says, keep up the great work, guys. Really, really appreciate it. And thank you for that. I mean, it means a lot to hear that, particular feedback from you, and especially, let's face it, to get super chats and so on, because I mean, there is a lot of work that's involved with a lot of this and so on. But yeah, I mean, we've been seeing you here every, so often, and obviously you wanted to come back. So again, thank you. Really mean it.
Yeah, we really appreciate the donations, guys. And, it's a grind. We're really pushing it now. We're really pushing the envelope. Max has been doing a great job covering the ISOs, Quant, XLM, XRP, to name a few. And then also he's been getting into LCX now, the exchange in, say it, Max. I've been saying it all day, Liechtenstein. I can't say it the way you say it. You say it.
All right, Here we go. Entertainment time, live from Crypto Talk Now. Here's the scenario. It's improv. Larry is going to be basically interviewing Klaus Schwab from the World Economic Forum. Boom, here we go. Larry?
Mr. Schwab, tell me your thoughts on the crypto market, and tell me your thoughts on LCX.
Yes, thank you very much for interviewing me. I am Mr. Klaus Schwab. And with that said, the Liechtenstein exchange is the only exchange that we officially recognize from the World Economic Forum. Why? You will own nothing and you will be happy. Auf Wiedersehen.
Okay. Thank you for that, Mr. Charles Schwab. For
Klaus Schwab.
Mr. Klaus Schwab.
Yes.
How dare you mispronounce my name?
Oh, I'm thinking like Charles Schwab, the investment firm. Yeah, Klaus. I know who he is, but
Klaus Schwab is literally rolling in his grave after you just said that.
Oh man, Klaus. It's like Santa Claus. Klaus.
Yeah,
Klaus.
It is like Santa. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Klaus Schwab.
Okay.
Officially endorses Liechtenstein exchange. 9. You will not refer to it anything other than the Liechtenstein exchange. Jawohl, Erburst.
Thank you, Yavolt. And Jesse Thomas, can Quant move on to the XRP ledger? That's a good question. Do we know the answer to that one, Max? Is it possible for
Quant? I was
reading
some of the comments. All right. Can Quant move onto the XRP ledger? I don't see why they wouldn't be able to. I mean, if anything, they already have, for instance, the particular partnership. It is shown. I'm going to say yes with that.
It would be interesting. I don't know what. Maybe Gilbert doesn't like XRP. I don't know. Maybe
he does. He's pointing out that there was that thing that happened a few years ago where, let's face it, some of these guys, they kind of get a lot of clout and they come walking in like, Brad Garley has a freaking Ripple. Sup, you know what I mean? Like with a lot of, I don't know, like Moxie swagger, Anyway, you're from New York, Moxie.
Yeah, Mr. MD, yes, from the pits of hell, crypto for shizzle McDizzle
for show.
Oh,
yeah. You. All right, let's get to crypto McDizzle for shizzle Manizzle for show. He did drop a super chat earlier, and if anything, it's like, hey man, I gotta get my value. So understand, Mike, no problem. Let me go ahead and open that back up for you. I'm gonna pull that up right now. And if anything, hold on, here we go. So
Liechtenstein. I've been saying that like all day, and I still can't say it the way you do.
You do not know. You got to watch the movie of Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein. Anyway, hold on a second. Let me pull it up in a way for you guys.
I feel like you're like when you talk like that, it sounds like you're like a principal, and then I'm gonna go to detention or something like that.
Oh no, I don't know about that, but yeah. Well, you never know. I mean, anyway. Let me see here. So he's got it tagged on here. All right, here it is. Let's see. There it is. All right. So here, if you're just tuning in, Crypto Mike, aka Crypto McDizzle for Shizzle Manizzle for Show, has this thing as, in which basically says Bitcoin versus USDT. All right. And it says the chart shows that we are currently in the best period to accumulate Bitcoin. Massive bull run follows to the moon at DPGmaximus, which is me. And look at this. Ooh, did Edward Vincent highlight this for you, or somebody else? Looks like something he would do. It looks really good. Edward's pretty good with the charts. So look at this. Oh man, breakout dominance. Yes. Man, that is something. I wish I could actually zoom in a little bit more on that. Let me see if I can. Hold on. Let me see if I copy the image address and just go straight to the source. Yeah, this source, baby. All right, let's see here. Yep, I can blow that up a little bit more. Cool. Like the cool cat crypto for shizzle manizzle for show. All right, no, I'm kidding. All right, so look at this, guys. This is really something else. So, yeah, I mean, this could really be something. You know, how about this? Again, I'll say this much. I was in the minority when it came to some of this stuff. And, you know, I don't know, maybe guys took it with a grain of salt or the whole pound, a whole pound of it. But that investor place, I mean, I think they called it, so I know it's still a little bit early to completely say it. I mean, maybe you're still reserved like Coochie Boy is. You want to wait a couple more weeks and so on. But here it is from a graph, or chart, I should say. That's really, really impressive, to say the least. So I'm going to go actually just zoom down a little bit more just to show a little bit more emphasis on the far right side. Yeah, that is really, really cool. All right. Shout out to Crypto Mike, who basically introduced the ISOs to us. Cool Cat, some of you other guys, maybe Coochie Boy and so on. Let's face it, I don't even know if we'd be covering a lot of this stuff if it wasn't for some of you guys. So
yeah,
shout out to the community. Thank you.
You want to talk about a show that really is shaped by the CTN community family. It really is, because you guys come in here and tell us, hey, take a look at LCX, take a look at these ISOs, months and months and months ago. And that's how we get into talking about this stuff.
Yeah.
Rock Lobster, GS 350, Lexus, Mass, who, Uphold. All right. Cool Cat Crypto, Mike. I shall be having. Oh, look at this. It's like a formal way he's talking. He's a cat, but he's very, he's a royal cat. Cool Cat Crypto, Mike. I shall be having ice cream after my fish caviar tonight.
Mike, I shall be having ice cream after my fish dinner tonight.
This is crazy stuff. All right. So XXI Gaming. I use Uphold for a few projects. It's cool. All right. Thank you.
Well, if you hear XXI Game and say it's cool, then it's cool.
Here's the way you've got to read this comment, Max. Only the way you can. You see this from,
Sheesh Marin? Yeah. Come on, man. Ice cream. Dave's not here, man. But Mike is here. Yeah, man. Dude, look at Larry with his Bitcoin hoodie. Yeah, man. Can we tear up to 30 and get up to 40 people here? I don't know. Dave's not here, man.
And you forgot to mention, and his BSV hat. You're talking like Cool Cat would, right?
Oh yeah.
For Cheech. Okay.
Check out his BSV hat, man.
Cool Cat Crypto. It would be amazing if Cool Cat Crypto was Michael Cornwell and April Cornwell's cat. Interesting way of looking at the world. Cool Cat Crypto. And let's get some chocolate sprinkles, shall we? On there this time. All right. He's pretty, he's pretty demanding.
Sounds like something from a Ludacris song. What is that? What's my fantasy? Oh yeah, where he's like, whipped cream with chocolate and strawberries on top. Whip it till you don't stop. To the boat rock. Remember that? Yeah. Anyway.
GS 350. How dare you laugh at this show? This is a serious show built on T and A.
Well, it's got the Cartman emoji there. You gotta go back.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. Look at that.
It's good, stand baby free. You want to pet my key, my cool cat creeper? I see, puss.
Whiskey, Tango, Foxtrot, 420. Ditto to you, sir. Stop laughing at us. It's supposed to be a serious crypto news show and entertainment as well. Educational. Whiskey, Tango, Foxtrot, 420. Damn. I was away from the computer and heard this. Wow. Laughing. All right. Mr. MD. Here, God Dar Var Von Bra.
Oh, hey, I've got a special request from my pop. He's
Oh.
88 years old. He's like, you should give him the Nixon. All right, here it goes. So, my fellow Americans, effective this year of 1971, we'll officially take the United States off of the gold standard, and then you will like it, and then the money won't be backed by nothing at all. Why so serious, Mr. President? Because I have to be serious like this for Pat. And if I'm not serious like this for Pat, our money printing machine will be a problem. And then in the future, there's going to be a thing called XRP. And with that said, you're going to be buying it all up because it's actually going to be backed by something. Anyway, all right, back to you.
Your dollars will be worth nothing, and you will like it.
And you will be happy. Auf Wiedersehen.
Here, Gerd Darvar Flatlick Dick. Bro. How the heck am I supposed to read it?
Oh, okay. I can read that. I can read that. Herr good Valentins bra.
Oh, I got to start studying German. Ryan is laughing. And you guys stop laughing. David Clay, what are your underlying thoughts on staking? Good, bad, or ugly?
So I used to be a big proponent of staking. Little known fact, Larry and I got into our first tiff over this. Mike Cornwell remembers this. Mike Cornwell remembers this very well. That's okay. Some of you guys remember this as well. So it's okay. So Larry and I are cool. That was a long time ago. That was like when we first kind of started.
Funny thinking back to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So if anything, I think in a bull market it's fine, basically. In a bear market, especially with everything that happened, like with Terra Luna and Celsius and VGX and all these other things, right? Then yeah, the answer would be like, no, like you wouldn't be able to get it off and you'd be screwed. You're also screwed, let's face it, when it comes to if things go to all-time highs and you have that commitment to it, you're out of luck, right? So it's really, it depends. I think I think Daniel Gayton talked about this. I think in regards to like algo. That's one of the few ones that he would do with staking on the Coinbase wallet. But always try to read what it says when you stake. Like if it's a big commitment, sometimes people don't want to do like 90 days and so on. So for me personally, if it's something I see that's going to be like during crypto winter, I was like, well, this is before all the exchanges collapsing and so on. I said to myself, all right, I'm going to stake, for instance, what was it? It was a specific token. And I was like, well, what it was? A Sandbox. Actually not Sandbox. It was something else. Anyway, I staked it on crypto.com and I have, for instance, the staking of my CRO on their DeFi wallet. So again, it just depends. If you feel as though, there's no indicators that we're going to get to all-time highs real quick anyway, then that's not a bad route, but it really is just dependent. Now with things turning around and you feel like if you held Gala and you have it staked, my gosh, you'd be like, oh man, like this is a problem for me. But again, it also depends on your entry point. If you got an Agala and it's like, 3 or 4 times the amount that it is now, then you're still not really getting wrecked on it. I mean, you're probably in a hole if anything, but that's why DCing is good because it helps offset that overall price. So, if people came into Gala at what, 3.5 cents, something like that, right? And somebody came into it like, not all-time highs, but it was like at 30 cents or something like that, then that helps, again, offset it and so on. So I think it just really, really depends on the market.
Let me jump ahead to a couple of comments here just to welcome a couple of people. High voltage. I might need your help with that one. I'm trying to do like the AC/DC thing.
Oh, yeah.
High voltage.
I love that song. I love that. Well, the album, some of the songs. I can't do that one, unfortunately.
You can't do that one. All right. Well, I can't either. High voltage. How about that? He's volted. We're volted, baby. We're going to the moon. And guess what? His avatar is an uppercase H for high. All right. Watermelon sugar crypto high. In fact, yo. How are you guys doing? CTN team, thank you.
Good
And
to see you. Watermelon sugar crypto high. Doing really good.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot 420. You will own nothing and be happy.
It's like a combination of like a British guy and like that. That's it's okay.
I'm waiting for Mr. MD to really get me now, because if he thinks your accents are bad, wait till you hear some of mine. Mr. MD, Swedish translation. Good God, that was really good. Relating to your Klaus Schwab
My
voice.
Klaus Schwab.
Mr. MD, here. Good and dar var. Bra. My God, that was very good. All right.
Cool.
Top. Now they're really giving us tongue twisters. Edward Vincent, Top Shelf Crypto. Check them out for live charts. Leak 10 sheet Heen. Liechtenstein. I think. Cool Cat Crypto. Oh, I'm accumulating Bitcoin. All right. Oh, man. Ryan, I went to the live stream talking about Bitcoin. I mentioned Quant. They said it's garbage coin. I'm so angry. Those people, they have no idea what Quant is capable of for the future. I have no idea who these people are.
They're probably all Bitcoin.
White dog crap.
They're probably all Bitcoin maxis, and that's all they see.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about them. They got it. You got to dust them off, and you got to make sure they're still alive and stuff like that. This is, this is entertainment here. All right, Cool Cat Crypto. All right. GS350. Max, you have another new segment for us coming up?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, behave. Yeah, baby. All right. MD. Google it. Just load it up on Solana. Oh, Coochie Boy is back with Solana again. How about that? And Will says, what are your thoughts? Oh, I almost did a video on this the other day. I had the tabs up and everything. Then I wound up doing an edited video. Will says, what are your thoughts on Quorum? I was just looking into that. I loaded the boat on that too at around 17 cents. Max, have you had a chance to look into Core yet?
Just a little bit. Yeah, I have it written on my bulletin board, which is it's like a little bulletin board. And it's written on the refrigerator to, take a dive into that. But yeah, it's on my list.
And hang on one second. Let's say hello to somebody new. Baby 2. You guys only have moderators in the chat. I know, because that's how we roll. We want everybody to have a blue wrench to feel special.
I don't know how to take that. Either he's like making fun or he's just pointing. So I don't know. Whatever the case be. Whatever the case be, welcome nonetheless.
No, I think he's just teasing around with us a little bit. All right, so joking around, and all right, so thank you for that. Yeah, we have to look into Quorum a little bit more, both of us. And Whiskey Tango Foxtrot 420. Uphold is where I have my XRP and XDC. People are laughing. Good one, Nixon. High voltage is here, and this one's probably directed to me. Mr. MD, your Swedish is terrible, my friend. Laugh. I nearly bought a drink. Well, at least it's, at least you're getting a drink out of it. Cool Cat Crypto. Crypto Hulk says exchange destruction is imminent. Interesting. Cash Talk Now.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Remember that one? And
who couldn't remember that?
Yeah, that was a funny one. All right. So you mean a tight community. Yes. Regulators don't miss shows. Hey, baby 2. All right. Back to you, Max.
Well, you said it. Hey, little, hey, baby 2. You can keep the money. I want the baby. All right. Here we go. All right, let's get back into it. I'm going to highlight the last comment from Crypto High. We do have some more info or news to share with you guys. So here's the thing. We're still a little bit in regards to Quant, and we're kicking in some XRP, but I want you guys to see this. I thought that was really good. So for instance, this is from this guy named J Trades. It says Quant is the overlord of crypto. How can that be? Well, zooming in, it says Quant Network has been a pioneer in setting the blockchain agenda for governments by helping implement and foster mass adoption of DLT. True. Firstly, by founding the blockchain ISO standard TC307 in 2015, where 53 countries now collaborate globally to implement a standard that will be adopted globally by government and technology and service providers. So, yeah, going into a particular stream where they're just talking about Bitcoin and they call this garbage, really? And it says Quant Network will also try to facilitate the collaboration of INATBA, which, by the way, Gilbert Verdian is part of that, with ISO TC 307. So we always talk about, ISO 222. You got to keep in mind, Quant is that ISO TC 307. And we did have an outline in our second to last deep dive Quant video. Check it out when you get a chance. On top of that, I'm going to kick it a little more to some of this. We did cover the whole thing with Flare earlier. And let's see here. We're going to kick things into our next particular segment, which is in regards to XRP. Shout out to the great Crypto Lulu, who has this right here. And it's not that long. States, what if Ripple loses the case? Again, you have to, I don't think this is going to happen. But worst case scenario, right? This is not FUD or anything like this, but this is like a what if scenario, and what's the reaction going to be to that? So we're going to play this. This is about 45 seconds, and then we'll come right back.
Here's exactly what happens when Ripple loses the court case against the SEC. I think the first thing that happens is we all get grandfathered in. I think Ripple pays a fine, and every token that was bought before the resolution of the court case is now grandfathered in. You may still need accredited investor status to be able to buy and sell XRP afterwards, but you're grandfathered in by the assets that you hold. The banks and the institutions still need XRP to run effectively, and you would be holding that same XRP. Over the course of the next 10 years, XRP goes up to $10,000 to facilitate all of these payments cross-border that the bank are making, and we'll be rich. I made a full video about the other outcomes of this court case on my most recent YouTube video. Check out my YouTube, follow the instructions in my profile, and let me know that you came from this video. Here's exactly what happened.
All right, so shout out to Crypto Lulu in regards to that. We do have about one more to share, and believe it or not, this time you definitely want to tune into this. This is regarding Elon Musk. All right. So with all of the bad news that Elon Musk has been getting as of lately, I thought I would share this to give, I guess you could say, kind of help the man. Does he really need help with anything though? All right. So here is Elon Musk, as we know, one of the smartest individuals to have ever walked this earth, telling you how corrupt the SEC are. Go XRP, right? Listen to this, though. You could draw your own connection. This is only 27 seconds. And then, like I mentioned, we'll be right back.
I was told by the banks that if I did not agree to settle with the SEC, that the banks would cease providing working capital and Tesla would go bankrupt immediately. So that's like having a gun to your child's head. So I was forced to concede to the SEC unlawfully, those bastards. And now it makes it look like I lied when I did not, in fact, lie. I was forced to admit that I lied to save Tesla's life, and that's the only reason. I was told by the bank.
What do you think of that, Larry?
The other day. Yeah, that was a good one.
All right, well, we got more news, but back to you for now before we can keep up with whatever we need to keep up with.
Not too much in the comments, but we'll get through them real fast here. Regulators mount up. Crypto McDizzle and Cool Cat Crypto. He ain't all there, is he? Meow. It's Meow Talk now. Emmanuel. Hi, folks. Great job, and I appreciate your analytics. Your analytical abilities, Max. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Emmanuel. Appreciate you being here. And if anything, we hope to see more of you. I'd like to go ahead and welcome you and consider changing your avatar to something that speaks more about who you are and what you're all about.
Guys, if you haven't done so already, please hit the like button. It helps us out, get the show out there to some new people. Cool Cap Crypto says, my 10,000 XRP. Nice, Elon. All right, so that's it with the comments. Back to you, Max. Guys, if you would, drop more comments. If you have questions for me or Max, or you want some comments thrown in there, we'd love to read your comments. and get you more involved in the show. Make it a great show. Help us out with your comments and questions, please.
Yes, absolutely, guys. I mean, it's basically something free. It don't cost you anything. But everybody who dropped super chats earlier, thanks again. And guys, I think it's been a pretty good show so far. We're gonna go ahead and kick it more into some of our XRP coverage. I know we're approaching the 1.5 hour mark, but it's still been a pretty darn good show in my opinion. And shout out to Larry for helping out with the flow in regards to being the head moderator. I guess you could state in that regard, right? So here we go. We're going to go ahead and kick it into this. And it's actually in regards to a particular interview from Charlie Ward, in which is talking about Basel. Now, some of you guys have talked about Basel before in the past. I don't know if it was Menelect, maybe it was Cool Cat, maybe it was some of the other guys, maybe, Mike Cornwell and so on. But it's worth mentioning. And I thought, you know what? Let's go ahead and pull this back up to share this. So this was a recent interview. And here we go. And it's in regards to the banks basically having to be Basel IV compliant, right? In regards to like CBDC specifically. This is 2 minutes. And then, of course, we'll come right back for some checking in with the comments, with the community, and so on. Here we go.
Now we're in January 2023. This is going to be fun. Because the banks have to be Basel IV compliant as of today. What is Basel IV? Basel IV is that they have to have assets to back their position as a bank, as it was back in the 1970s. But when they started printing money, everything got out of hand. Those days are over. So the banks have to be Basel IV compliant. The media will try and pretend, oh, no, they've got an extension. No, that was last year. There is no extension. The Basel IV is now in operation. January the 2nd, 2023. And if you are not in a position where you've got assets to back your position, you are not allowed to open your doors for business. There's also an interesting twist in the tale. They've been pushing their central bank digital currency. There's one problem. It's not Basel IV compliant. They haven't got the precious metals and golds to back it. Dead duck in the water, I think, springs to mind. Do your research. It's all there in plain sight. Very, very difficult to launch a central bank digital currency when the banks have to be Basel IV compliant as of today, January the 2nd, 2023. Enjoy.
All right. So with that said, just real quick before we get back into the comments, Brian Dowie, if you happen to be watching, you did mention on yesterday's show that there was a delay of ISO 222, or at least a mandate, when it came to that delay to what, June? Then you see this, for instance. Is this in response, or is ISO 222 delay, I guess you could say, also in response to, for instance, what he just mentioned in that particular short clip about Basel? So let me know from the community. I want to hear from you guys. And if anything, it creates a good conversation, because we have been following very closely these specific things when it comes to mandates and whatnot. If CBDCs cannot be truly rolled out, especially when it comes to, Europe and so on, then what does that mean going forward? Love to hear from you guys. Back to you, Larry.
Thank you for that. It seemed like it was like a nice little fireside chat with like your grandfather or something like that. It just gave that kind of vibe. But David Clay, Elon for president 2024, mass, who. I believe XRP will go to $10,000. We're all going to be multi-millionaires, 50 to 50K within the next 5 years. Don't worry, I'm going to get on the XRP bandwagon. The next 5 years, see this comment right here says it all. and XLM to $1,000 to $3,000 per coin. Just think of that. And I still have some XLM and XDC $100, LCX $5 to $10, and Quant, he's saying $30,000 to $80,000. Those are some bold predictions. Max, does anything look out of line there? Does that look all in the realm of possibility? Does it look realistic to you, those numbers?
Does it look realistic, or does it look like it's hopium? I'm gonna say flat out, I'm gonna go with it's realistic. Now, it might not be realistic as far as like it's gonna happen next month or anything. That would be totally unrealistic, right? But yes, I'm with the mass debater when it comes to that. I mean, XRP will go up to 10K. Yeah, I full-heartedly believe that. I mean, I think one of the big standout ones is going to be, for instance, 1200. I know some of you guys have been looking at closely at, what was it? The one that gets mentioned a lot. Was it 589, something like that? But yeah, I feel as though, 500, then the 1200, some of these top tier ones is 10K. I don't know if I'm holding to 50K. I mean, maybe I guess you could. Yeah, I guess I am when it comes to, I guess, my third bag. So it's going to be like different bags for, based on, taking profits. And then other ones for just, eventually like what Crypto Lulu was talking about, where we eventually get to the point where you just stake it and live off the interest, right? Kind of like, if you won the Powerball, or, was it the Mega Millions is in the news again, right? Another $1 billion lotto. So that's the way I look at it. It's like, why would I want to go against the principle? So at some point we do get to these particular levels, and it could very well happen in 5 years. Why? Because again, we always talk about the utility, being fully utilized. It's never been fully utilized yet. And when that on-demand liquidity starts flowing in, like the example I always mention, you have these two great big giant faucets, one in the shallow end, one in the deep end, and then they're just Olympic-sized swimming pools just filling up with, think about liquidity, right? And right now, it's just getting small droplets because we're not fully utilizing that on-demand liquidity. So that's a great example he's got there. XLM, I definitely feel as though it's right up in there in that mix. XDC especially. Come on, man. Quant and LCX. So yeah, I mean, is he too far off? I don't really think he is. How about this? The only one I say that you're lowballing it, in my humble opinion, is LCX. I say that we get to, for even at half the market cap of BNB, we're like, that'd be like $25. So that's the only one I would disagree on. But nothing but love and respect. Mass debater, thank you so much.
Let me bring this full circle, Max, just in case anyone just joined us or is not familiar with LCX. Tell us again where LCX is located.
LCX is located, headquartered in Vaduz, Liechtenstein. Okay. If you do not know how to pronounce Liechtenstein, then I will say to you, 9. You do not know how to pronounce Liechtenstein. 999.
Oh boy, I feel like I'm going to detention.
Danke.
Like after school or something.
Danke. Back to you, Sir Larry.
Thank you. Mr. Will.
Jawohl, Oberst.
Jawohl. Mr. Will. Hey, guess what? He's got to run. But let me just tell you this. For all you guys that are new to the show, we are here every single night. Somebody's here. Maybe someday it'll just be Patches one time. Every single night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are here for anywhere from an hour and 15 minutes to maybe like 3 hours. We're here every night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Got to run, guys. Keep up the great work. I'll be back for another. I subscribe, so I will be getting notified. Hit the notification bell. It's a good idea. Hit the thumbs up, guys, if you would. Get this out there because we really should have 60 people right now. We got 34. It's a good show. No, I did not buy any more Saitama. I never said it that way. Saitama. No, I did not. Salamander in space, the XDC commander, but kind of funny stuff. All the way up. All the way Inu. What's up, y'all? I hope this is the year we see some XRP turn around. It would be really changing my view on life as of late.
Yeah, we're all hoping for that. Good to see you all the way, Inu.
Cool Cat Crypto, meow. Maybe the AI is so advanced it refuses to let them print money anymore. Here's a forecast. Tomorrow there'll be a flash crash. He's laughing there. Crypto McDizzle and another delay. Let's see here. Salamander. He's got a purple sweating face emoji that's not showing up on the screen on my end. All right. Let's see. Good vibes. Hey, welcome back to Mr. J Crypto. Thank you so much for being back. Almost missed the show. Well, you're here now, so we can continue on. Thank you for being here. And
This is the crypto show you're looking for. Lionel Richie, which that doesn't make no sense either.
Mr. MD, remember, we are creating a whole new category and asset class. It will free up trillions with a T of liquidity. Cool. That's the interesting thing about XRP, Max, is that they have to purchase it back, basically, to provide the liquidity that they need. And it's kind of like, it would behoove them. I love saying that word. I haven't said it in a long time. It behooves them to make the price lower, don't you think? They could perhaps flood their own bag in a way.
I just read, yeah, true. I just read like one of Cool Cat Crypto's last messages. You'll be waiting there for me, Matt. Never mind.
Oh, I think Patches might have to go out and use the little boys' room outside.
Oh.
Wait till they see the picture of not so flattering picture of Patches.
Well, if you need to go take them, how about this? We'll kick it into the news, and then you see your spot where you have it highlighted. Just go ahead and highlight it, and then take them out. And then, if anything, I'll kick it into the rest of our next RP coverage.
All right, we'll be back. Patches has got to use the little boys' room, which is AKA a tree outside. So I'll be back.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and kick it into specifically our XRP coverage that we have for you guys. We still have a little bit more. I want to go ahead and kick it into that right now. So let's see here. Let me pull this up in a way you can see it. We talked about Elon Musk. We mentioned the whole thing about, some people call it Basil, but it's not. It's Basil. All right. Going to go ahead and share this in a way for you could hear it. And here it is. And it says, for instance, XRP fam, India's ahead of the curve, right? We obviously just saw the recent thing with, the CBDC thing, right? But says main words to look out for in 2023 is interoperability. No, I'm not talking about Quant this time, right? But it says open source, level playing field, financial inclusion, digital assets, XRPL. Now, listen to this. This is under 2 minutes, but look and listen with what he's saying. Here we go.
Actually have dominated.
That is the highest it goes. So try to really tune in. Here we go.
Actually have dominated the global sphere in digital advertising, commerce, messaging, cloud infrastructure, social media, and mobile operating systems, amongst many others. In very sharp contrast to this, India has adopted a very unprecedented and a powerful new approach in policy governance through the adoption of digital public infrastructure. This has enabled India to digitally leapfrog in a very big way, with the public sector playing a key role in defining the regulatory guardrails and the private sector innovating and competing in the marketplace. These public digital platforms are open source. They have open APIs. They have open standards for interoperability and leverage public data for open innovation models. These low-cost and inclusive platforms are based on the core principles of consent-based data sharing protocols, and they have sharply reduced the digital divide in India. They've also created a regulatory level playing field through regulatory framework. Tech innovations normally across history have emerged from the developed world. Digital public infrastructure is an area where an emerging market like India has created a unique model for the world, converging both privacy and innovation. Today, in India, we have a basket of citizen services. You have this jam trinity, which links 1 billion plus biometrics with an equal number of bank accounts and mobile phones to drive financial inclusion. 400.
All right. So I was glad to share that. Sounds like Patch is coming back here, and same with Larry. If anything, I'm going to show you guys just one more before we kick it back to Larry. And that is actually going into our next segment of coverage, which is HBAR. Now, on this particular one, you're going to see this particular interview from one of the quote-unquote inventors of HBAR. And it's this person right here. It says the genius Lee Lehman Baird, right? So Lehman Baird, I should say. Excuse me. So sometimes I mispronounce things. He's the inventor of Hashgraph and the co-CEO of Swirls Labs, co-founder of Hedera. Now, this is pretty recent, but it's really, really something else, because if anything, this gets brought up quite a bit in our comments, believe it or not, right? It's not necessarily right in like on an HBAR video. I've seen other people talk about this, like, you know, oh man, look at all these ones I got to get into. Or this other guy will say something like, yeah, HBAR is very, undervalued to say the least. And then another person will come back, well, if all these have similar use cases, like, oh man, do I have to give them all? It's not necessarily that they're all competing with each other. I mean, they all bring something like different to the table. But think about this. When it comes to HBAR, the price levels that's at right now, right? So it's been hovering anywhere from like 3 to 5 cents, with some recent pumps and so on. But that's not the point. The point is, it is a very unique model, to say the least, compared to other ones that are out there. I mean, heck, technically speaking, it's not even technically a blockchain, right? So let's listen to this. This is straight from, let me pronounce it again the right way, Lehman Baird, again, inventor of Hashgraph, co-CEO and of Swirled Labs and co-founder of Hedera. This is a minute and a half, and then we'll be right back to get back into the comments. Here we go.
But why is it so HBAR so undervalued?
Look, okay, let me give an analogy.
Okay.
And I don't want to answer your question.
No.
Because I don't want to get in trouble and hurt the project.
And I'm
But
not
what
saying-
I do want to
yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
In the late 90s,
Yes.
we had this web thing that had come along.
Yes.
Everybody starts a web company.
Yes.
And they, I like pets. I'll make a pets.com. I don't have a business plan. I don't actually know what I'm going to do with it, but
No.
I'm going to go
People
to
invest.
VCs
Yeah.
and get millions of dollars from VCs because
100%, yeah.
I'm going to have a website and web is cool.
Yes.
Okay.
And web succeeds. All web succeeds.
Also
You
web
can't go wrong.
succeeds.
Yeah.
So some of those, on paper are billion-dollar companies and they have nothing but pets.com or, a domain and literally nothing. They don't even have a business plan. They don't know what they're going to do. And they're two kids in their dorm room. And this is the, billion-dollar company.
Yes.
Then there were also mixed in some little companies like Amazon.com that said, we're going to think carefully about how to build something that actually changes the world. This is what people need. We're going to build something that makes people's lives better. And we're going to build a company around it. We'll name it Amazon.com.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe they were worth a lot to the VCs too. So we have all these people worth a lot to the VCs. People are gambling on them. Then you had the .com crash and the chaff got blown away. And what we were left with was the wheat.
Yes.
And that, I think, we see rounds of that in our industry.
Yeah.
And our industry is going to see more of that. We're still in our infancy. It's still the Wild West. There's still silliness going on.
Yeah.
But at some point, the real ones will survive. The non-real things will go away.
That was very well put, to say the least. And I couldn't fully agree more. They do have a very unique business model at Hedera, the HBAR and so on. But yeah, it was nice to hear it from, as I refer to it, as one of the head honchos. So back to you, Larry.
Thank you for that, Max. And let's bring in some more comments here. Of course, guys, if you haven't made a comment yet or a question, what are you waiting for? Do it now. And also do it now, Arnold Schwarzenegger style. Hit the like button, please, if you would, because it gets it out there for the algorithm. Mr. MD, remember, we are creating a whole new category and asset class. It frees up trillions and trillions of liquidity. We read that earlier. Sorry. Cool Cat Crypto. We will be in the old folks home before the XRP lawsuit is over, I guess. My Walker. Hello, all. Hello to Michael Montclair. Thank you so much for being here. Coochie Boy, SHIB will be $5 in 5 years, right? Oh, boy. Coochie Boy, just a huge community of more than 1.6 million holders. Michael Montclair. New awesome video short I released, Paradise. Lots of fun. AI generated. Getting over the... Oh, Hopefully you feel better soon. Cool Cat Crypto, you will be waiting for me there, Mr. MD. Hello. And
Hold on, real
geez.
quick. This is in reference to what Cool Cat was saying. And so, I mean, I'm with you, Cool Cat. Like, it seems like it's taking forever. But remember when everybody was saying, like, when is Ethereum 2 finally going to drop? Right? Remember all that?
Oh.
And they're posting pictures of Vitalik. This is, how long we're going to have to wait. Like, literally, like 60 years from now, and Vitalik's going to look like this. You know what I mean? So that just kind of reminded me of that. That's all. So I thought I'd share that.
Mr. MD, just ask yourself, what real world problems do these meme tokens have? All right, so let's keep going here. I mean, solve. Okay. Coochie Boy, all cryptos will not need to solve problems. Some are just for fun. That's true. Tim Shea, aka the Crypto Talk Commissioner. I think Baby Doge passed Shiba Inu and holders. I don't have any. I still have a small bag of Baby Doge, but still hold Shiba Inu, and he's holding his bone. Okay, too much information. Tim Shea. He's holding Shiba Inu bone. Michael Montclair. Thank God I got into Baby Doge 6 months ago, and Brittany's saying hello to Patches. He's no longer there, but he was there earlier, front and center. Cool Cat Crypto. Ask Patches what crypto I need to buy next. Oh, he's the only one that can give financial advice on the show. Because
hold on a second. Let me ask this. I saw that comment from Tim Shea. That's useful information about the amount of holders have possibly passed the likes of Shiba Inu. So, do you feel as though, Tim, that it's going to basically create like what I would refer to as like a pressure cooker effect? Like there's just so many holders here, and then so much more volume coming in. Yeah, they have their own utility, but into a bull run, it'll create. I guess you could say that explosion. Is that the main thing that the catalyst, if you will, of why you feel as though a lot of people are jumping into it still, and why they particularly hold Baby Doge? I also saw Michael Montclair mentioning that he has some as well. I mean, how do you guys feel about it? Because I mean, that's my thing. I mean, we mentioned Volt here once in a while when it comes to a community-driven token, right? And we get it. Some of these don't necessarily have the utility compared to like the likes the ISOs. That's a fair comparison. I mean, like one is completely opposite of the other to a sense, but that right there alone makes me feel as though, wow, I can't believe I might actually take a chance and actually just say, what the heck, I'm gonna get a little bit of Baby Doge. You know what I mean? So just want to point that out.
Holders, yeah. The community can kind of push the price. Yep. All right. Coochie Boy, when SHIB hits 6 million holders, things will change. Mr. MD, I'm here to invest my money into serious projects that earn me money and solve problems, not just because they are fun.
That's a good point.
Tim Shea. Oh, Coochie Boy, I thought I saw somewhere they passed SHIB. Okay. GS Lexus 350. Meme coins fulfill gambling void for me as I no longer go to casinos. Coochie Boy. Baby Doge has a wallet, an exchange, and a swap. Also, just like the rest. Coochie Boy again. Yeah, Shay on the BSC side. Cool Cat Crypto. That dude is smart as heck. Boomer effing sooner. Luna Classic is burning an average of 160 million a day. At that pace, we're looking at 98 years to burn the 6 trillion circulating supply. Is there a plan to ramp that up? Just a tad. Hopefully. I don't know.
Yeah, here's the thing. I mean, I always preach about, I should say preach, but I always talk about, for instance, having more come into the ecosystem, because if anything, if you had more projects built on the ecosystem, then it becomes a simple thing of numbers to a sense. So if they can implement a method in which other projects come into the ecosystem and burn, I guess you could say the native token or the native coin of Luna Classic, and get them all on board to do that. But then again, it's really dependent on how well those other projects take off and so on. But I feel as though there needs to be a new outlook on how you break down the math with that. You know what I mean? So that's my main thing. I'm looking for, like what's going to happen in this year where they build and so on. Some people say, Max, you don't seem as excited about, Luna Classic as you used to be. I have people say, for instance, you guys don't even, do recorded videos about it and so on. It's not necessarily so much of that. It's also the whole thing of like Luna Classic is pretty saturated as we speak when it comes to content creation. So it's like we also here, in respect to us, we had to find, like our niche, if you will, on what to cover. I think if anything with Quant, like one person pointed this out a while back, he stated, Quant doesn't have like an army of people, if you will. So if anything, maybe we kind of fill in some of the void of that and so on. There's not a lot of channels covered like LCX and so on. So we had to obviously see what, as Larry would say, sticks to the wall, if you will. But yeah, that's just the way I look at it. When it comes to Luna Classic, yeah, it sucks about, here in like 98 years to burn, all that supply. I mean, that we're not going to even be around, right? Will the world even be around at that point? But I don't know. I still think the focus should be not just so much on the burns. I mean, don't get me wrong. We need a lot of burns, but at the same time, we do definitely need to build up the ecosystem, have a thriving ecosystem, like way before, things collapse with UST and so on. And I'm glad to hear other content creators talking about these specific things. We gave you guys that particular 2023 roadmap to make all this happen and so on. I'm still holding quite a bit of Luna Classic. I've DCA'd into Luna Classic probably like anywhere from 6 to 8 times. Currently, I have, I don't know, like maybe $4,500 worth into Luna Classic. So, yeah, I mean, I'm still rooting for Luna Classic, so but I'm no longer DCAing into it anymore. And that's not me fudding Luna Classic. It's just I'm more than satisfied with what I put into it.
Tim Shea, that's okay, MD. And it's also okay if someone wants to hold the community meme tokens in their portfolios to each their own. All right. Crypto McDizzle. They said Luna Classic 1 in 11 years. That's like 900%, 75% a month from today's price. That H-bar, cool cat. Coochie boy. I can assure you I've made more off of memes than blue chips.
Well, here's the thing, Coochie boy, and I believe you. All right. Don't get me wrong. Like you're very passionate about, what you've shared with us when it comes to memes. Was most of what you made though, was it from 2021? And how well did you do in 2022? That's just I would like to know. Excuse me.
We got 40 beautiful people in here, guys. If you would help us out by hitting the like button. If you're not subscribed, you can subscribe. And in 2 minutes, you can make a comment here. All the way Enu says, while we wait for Max, I'm more into being a degen in the DeFi realm with gamble money, becoming an accredited investor to buy and sell something centralized like XRP. It rubs me the wrong way. Justin, Daniel, somebody new, or maybe we've seen him before. I'm holding heavy in for this release.
The bone release.
Bone release. There it is. I see it now.
Shibarium release.
Yes. Okay. Can't lose on the short game thoughts. Yeah. Well, I'll give you my fast thoughts. My fast thoughts are, I think it's already done, and maybe they're just waiting for the timing of Shibarium to be released, because I couldn't even fathom, with all the money that they brought in, Shiba Inu developers would have had to have made a blockchain from now. It's like, if you gave me and Max 20, 30, 40, $50 million, or any one of you guys listening to this, you could hire someone to make a blockchain fast. 6 months, a year, year and a half, whatever. Soon. 6 months, a year, right? I mean, it's done. So I think you're just waiting for timing. And yes, I think that Bone of all of them will be the key one. Everyone says it, they're going to burn the Bone and stuff like that. But I heard a rumor that there might be burning some SHIB too. Maybe there's a new proposal for that. So your thoughts for Justin on the release for Shiba Inu, Max?
Well, I mean, it is a supply and demand thing. So, I mean, I'm with him on that. He says he's holding heavy in Bone. I know it sounds crazy. He's still the one and only one I don't hold from the ecosystem. I hold 2 full leash. I hold, well over 1 billion Shiba Inu tokens and so on. I did watch part of Sean, aka the Crypto Smith's live stream. I watched the recorded, actually. I didn't get a chance to see the actual live. But he was, asking the community. He's just like, after Bone is, or I should say, after Shibarium drops, You know, it's just like, yeah, you imagine that, you know, Bone would pump something fierce, right? That's why a lot of us hold it and so on. But what about the people like myself that hold over 1 billion Shiba Inu tokens? Then what? Because if it's all about like trying to make utility to a sense, then I don't know, does it diminish the value of Shiba Inu? My answer to that is this: I don't think so. For the same reason, here's a perfect example. So today in the market, basically, I'm going to pull it up as we speak. Actually, I'm looking at Coin Market Cap, and if anything, on Coin Market Cap, it does show, for instance, that Zilliqa was one of the top performers of the day. So earlier today, Zilliqa was like way up, like 20%. Now it's at 5.
Hold on one second, Max. Are you trying to share your screen or no?
No, I'm just trying to explain something
okay,
real quick to you guys.
Sorry.
I mean, I could share this real quick. It's fine.
No, that's okay. I didn't know if you were trying to share it. I was just going to point out that it wasn't.
It's just it was something real quick I was going to do. So, for instance, you know, it was at like 20%. Now it's at 5, 47% for the week. But my point is, so that's just, you know, like Zilliqa. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that's you know, they're, you know, what, they're ranked 77th. They're in the top 100. But it's like, okay, well, you know, some other coins are pumping that are part of that, right? Like, you know, XCAD, you know, we did a video about that. But even with that said, I mean, it's not like, I think that's a perfect example. Like, for instance, XCAD does well. Yeah, it's built on, you know, Zilliqa, but it carries on over to the native token. But then the other side of the debate is, well, Max, you know, think about what you're saying. Shiba Inu's token is ERC20. We jump over to Shibarium. What happens from there? That's the answer I don't have yet. And that's where the debate is. So let me know from you guys in the community, what do you think happens? Or do you feel as though it won't affect the native token? It should. I'd like to know.
I want to say hello to somebody that I think is new. Well, before I do that, let's say hello to someone that is a returning member of the community. Equilibrium, thank you so much for returning. Has anyone enterprise bought Quant tokens for their license fee? What other utility do you know for the Quant token? Has anyone enterprise? Do you see what he's saying here, Max? I'm not making out the question completely.
No, that's a good question. Yeah, I will take more of a deeper dive into that specifically. I had some other people talk about that. But yeah, the answer would basically be yes, there are other enterprises that have specifically bought that and so on. Because if anything, that is part of the utility. And then you also got to keep in mind when it comes to this, another example, I mean, it's a little bit different, right? But for instance, you have Leo X from the Galileo protocol. I believe the dev team from that, you know, I mean, this kind of answers the question. The dev team from that has bought into, for instance, Quant, and then they converted, you know, for instance, that into a QRC20 token, right? And that ends up being, technically speaking, Leo X, and of course that's listed on LCX. As far as big enterprises and so on, we'll try to do more of a deeper dive on a particular recorded video to outline all this, because this is not a simple quick boom answer and so on. This would be more like, all right, let's bring up the information of this particular company, this particular organization, so on and so forth. So that's something I'm going to try to provide to you guys, and look out for it on the recorded.
Joseph Thompson, aka JT. Somebody new. Thank you so much for being here. If you would consider changing your avatar from a J to something that speaks of you, so we can get to know you better and recognize you here. I can't explain it, but I hodl 10 utility coins, but can't seem to let SHIB tokens go.
Yeah, that's just nothing wrong with it. I'm not letting, if anything, I got more, you know, SHIB and so on. So I did very well in 2021. And on top of that, the way I looked at it was like, you know, I still want to hold a lot of these. If anything, I wanted to buy back more into it and so on. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's, like I mentioned, you know, there's the Coke and Pepsi of meme coins, and definitely SHIB is, you know, is the Pepsi.
And now we've got something new. We got Bonk. So we had to find out what Bonk is going to do. But Bonk is getting a lot of attention for Solana. So hopefully it helps out Solana. All right. So keep moving through. And guess who's here? What Coochie Boy says, you saw my numbers on lovely Inu. I remember that in 22, up over 5,000% in July. He must have made a fortune.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, Kushu boy. I mean, a lot of times you got to keep in mind, I don't remember a lot of this stuff. So, but thank you. I'll give credit where credit's due. You did really, really well on that. Hopefully, I'll say this. Hopefully, did you take your profits? Or if anything, did you like maybe cash out in, and kept a moon bag, another moon bag, or whatever the case be? But hopefully you took some profits, man.
Yeah, he's working on getting that private island. A lot of these guys are Crypto McDizzle, Crypto Mike, Cool Cat Crypto, Boomer Up and Sooner, Tim Shea. You guys are all in a good position with this crypto stuff. Crypto McDizzle with your bags, I would say. I'm guessing just by the comments, you guys have been really, really on to things. The U.S. House just voted 221 to 210 to rescind. Oh, this is good news. The over $70 billion in new funding for 87,000 IRS agents. Well, there you go. There's some interesting news coming out of the House. All right, Boomer Up and Sooner. Would be nice if Shiba Inu burned 111 trillion a year with Shibarium.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys are not exactly a big fan of this guy anymore, but Austin Hilton mentions that, I believe, on a really short 3-minute video talking about that. So I thought that was interesting. If they kept that up, what was 100? How about 111? Hold on, I'm gonna go to it myself. I see it right now. 100. Yeah, would be nice if Shiba burned 111 trillion a year with Shibarium. Yeah, because if anything, I mean, think about this. Everybody talking about the excitement of Luna Classic, and they want to achieve things like that. Like Shiba Inu would basically be doing at a rapid pace what Luna Classic is trying to basically do. Let's face it. Combine that with going to this new blockchain Shibarium, I think is really something else. So I'm really glad to be able to hold SHIB. And but I'll say this much. I mean, I don't know if I'll cash the whole thing out this next time around. Some people say don't do that, keep a bag, but really, am I gonna keep a bag? I mean, if we're gonna have regulation, clarity, right? Then does something like SHIB still stick around, even though it's in the top 20 by ranking? And then if anything, if the SEC goes after the likes of Ethereum and so on, well, then again, that wouldn't affect SHIB because it would be technically Shibarium. I mean, but would it? It's just there's so many unanswered questions here. So I mean, again, like if we get to like 2 or 3, maybe 2 zeros, I just finally walk away from it. I don't know, but I'm still holding a lot, and we'll have to see how this works out. But I'm glad you pointed that out, Boomer.
Yeah, thank you for that. Max, do you have another news segment? We're up at 2 hours right now. We thank everyone for being here. If you guys would hit the like button, we do really appreciate you guys being here. It's been a great show so far, and just trying to check in to see where we're at. Have we hit all?
Yeah, we have one last news segment. It's a real quick one before we close out. Thank you again to everybody that was here tonight. We did, keep our streak going of having at least 40 here. So I thought that was really cool. We're approaching, I don't know, was it like 2 weeks straight of doing that or something like that? But anyway, so here it is. It's in regards to specifically the Liechtenstein exchange. And thought I'd pull this up. So
I feel like we're going to have a Liechtenstein show where we just talk about LCX for the whole show. So
the only reason why the only reason why I pronounced that right is because of that movie called was it called A Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger, the late great Heath Ledger, where they're like, what's his name, the guy that plays Vision in the Marvel movies. He's like Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein. I mean, he was like the guy that would introduce him, right? That's the only way. So I give credit to that movie. But anyway, check this out, guys. Here's some of our LCX coverage for the day. 2022 was all about achieving milestones and growing. Here are the highlights of the LCX 2022 journey. We are proud to share this with you all. We'll see you in the next year, which we're already in, with more accomplishments and new updates. This is 1 minute and 32 seconds, but the LCX team did a very good job of putting this together. At least I think so. And we'll be back in a minute. All right, so that was straight from the Liechtenstein Exchange, Jawohl burst. And with that said, guys, we're gonna read the last bit of comments and close out the show here in a bit. Back to you, Larry.
All right. Thank you for that, Max, straight out of Liechtenstein. Justin Daniel, new to the community. Appreciate the feedback. Thank you so much. Everyone saying hello. Lexus GS 350. That would be awesome to have an LCX show for the whole show. Max likes to say Liechtenstein.
You got this is how you pronounce it. Ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna do like it's old school teacher back in like was it first grade or something like that
All
with
right. I'm ready.
with phonics, right? So you say licked,
Lit.
like so I say lick, like lick something is a lick,
Yeah.
and then with a T at the end, so I'll do licked.
Licht.
10
Stein. Liechtenstein.
Close. Liechtenstein.
Liechtenstein.
So Ork von Liechtenstein.
Whatever you just said. Yes.
See, that's what's gonna happen.
Liechtenstein. Okay.
One of these days, when like 100,000 subscribers, I'm gonna go down to my local Wiener Schnitzel. I'm gonna say, look, I'm about to buy 1,000 chili dogs for the community. Okay. So with that said, you gotta allow me to troll these people in the drive-thru. And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna need to talk to the manager about doing this. And he's gonna go for it because I'm buying 1,000 freaking chili dogs. I'm gonna say, look, this is only for 15 minutes, but we got to be able to record this. And you guys got to be able to do it on camera. And he's gonna be like, okay. So we're gonna do it, we're gonna film it. And people are gonna come through the drive-thru, and I'm gonna keep a straight face when this happens. And then every time somebody comes through the drive-thru, I'm gonna be like, hello, my name is Klaus Schwab. Welcome to Wiener Schnitzel. How may I take your order? And they're gonna be like, I'll take a Wiener Schnitzel combo with a large fry. All right. May I introduce today's special straight from Liechtenstein? We happen to have plenty of sauerkraut to put on the bratwurst. Really? Well, that sounds pretty good to me. How much does that cost? Well, you know the market conditions, so it's going to cost you $8.99. Oh, that sounds a little too expensive for me. You got anything for $1? You can have 2 French fries for the $1, and you will be happy. Auf Wiedersehen. Back to you later.
Okay, thank you. I thought you were going to say you could have like a straw and a napkin for $1. All right. Max likes to say Liechtenstein. Okay. Joseph Thompson, JT. I want to remind everyone, this is JT talking, that Bone, Shiba News Bone, serves as the required gas token for operability within Shibarium. Now like to formally announce that each Shibarium transaction will burn SHIB. You know what? This could be Satoshi in disguise.
Say it, Larry. You know you want to. Satoshi Kusama. Only you can say it. Do it.
Satoshi Kusama.
You bring great dishonor. So do it.
You have brought dishonor to Crypto Talk Now. Satoshi Kusama. All right.
I like that one you do, man. That's pretty good.
Cowboy Calvin. He's not a Cowboys fan, by the way, but I like saying it that way. Do you guys think the altcoin market will outperform Bitcoin in 2023? Yes. If the bull run happens, yes.
It's like a combination of both to a sense. So you're going to have, here's the thing. You're going to have the Bitcoin maxes and they're going to be like, Oh my gosh, look at us, man. Bitcoin over $100,000. You guys should have put all in Bitcoin. But technically speaking, I mean, you can have like the best of both worlds to a sense if you have the money. But I think the return on investment supersedes the likes of just putting it all into Bitcoin with these altcoins, especially when it comes to the utility driven ones.
Oh my God, that song. Tim Shea, Cool Cat. What's the GBEX theme? Dirty deeds. Done with sheep. Cool Cat Crypto. Hell's bells. All right, nice. A whole lot of Rosie. Whole lot of GBEX. I can eat a lot of freaking chili dogs. All right.
That sounds actually pretty good right now. I haven't had a chili dog in a long time.
Lexus GS 350. You have a gift, Max.
Well, thank you. Used to
It
be on
is not-
many years ago, but I miss doing that. You know, one of these days I'll get back in the theater. I actually do miss performing on stage. So
It is on sale for $9.99.
yeah, that's why I should have said $8.99.
It is on sale for $9.99.
Oh, that's just too darn expensive for me. What can I get for your value meal?
You can get some nacho cheese on the side.
I want to get a whole order. I mean, you know, I'm on a tight budget.
You can get the cheese on the side.
Sir, you got to keep in mind, I mean, that's cheese on the side. I'm wanting to get a full order.
I just told you. Cheese on the side. If you do not like it, you could take your keister down to your local Burger King and get a value meal from there. Or you could go to Jack in the Box where they will jack you around. Avita saying.
Cool Cat Crypto, my altcoins. Jerk is back. How about that? JG, put your hands together for Jerk. Max, you got a donger impression. Oh, sexy girlfriend.
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, what kind of donger impression? What does he mean by that?
I don't know.
Give us some clarification, JG. Good to see JG in the house.
JG, you know, his name is Jerk, but he's really a nice guy. Tim Shea, Calvin, return on investment, ROI on alts will be definitely be higher.
Right.
Read
Return
it
on
and
investment. Yep. I agree.
Now, read it and be happy. Coochie Boy, do you think Bitcoin will be up over 150% this year?
Very well possible. And of course, on the recorded, we'll get more into that particular deep dive. So, like I was mentioning, guys, I mean, look out for, I guess you could say, part 2 of the utility run, go into the bull run. Looking really forward to getting that out. The last particular video I did in regards to that did very, very well. And yeah, it is what it is.
Cool Cat Crypto Meow. Max could be a voice guy for animated films.
I've always, you know, I told some of my friends, you know, a while back, especially my friend Jason, because he's an agent. I said, man, if you ever hear anything about like, you know, auditioning for specific voiceovers, I would like to do it. I mean, of course, that's out in the LA area. I don't live in LA, but I was like, you know, he jumps back here in the Phoenix area once in a while. And we do get, I have this thing in which like it sends like an audition notice and so on. I always look out for this one production company. It's called Hell on Wheels Productions. Or the lady's name is Helen Wheels, but it's pronounced Hell on Wheels. It's weird. But anyway, she always puts out a notice, and I always look through the whole thing to see if there's like anything about like voiceover stuff like that. But yeah, I would love to do that. But they don't have, you know, Phoenix is not LA, you know, or Hollywood and whatnot. We don't really get some of those things, but once in a while we do get some productions out here. So anyway,
here is your Shinja update from Coochie Boy. How about this one? Shinja was up over 150% in 3 days. I'll have to go check my trust wallet on that one. I didn't even realize that. Coochie Boy, I have a small bag of Shinja. I rest my case. Tim Shea, Donger from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Javist min Führer.
No, it's Jawohl, mein Führer.
Oh, okay. German is not my second language. All right. Jerk. JG. Long duck dong. 16 candles. Okay, my bad. That's it.
All right.
Okay.
So how should we end this, Larry?
Let's give Patches the last word. Well, let's just take him off the screen.
No.
He's not even here. He already
Okay.
left.
All right.
All right. Well, you want to have the last word, Max?
Well, guys, it's been a great show. Thank you for being here with us at Crypto Talk. Now we're at 2 hours and 15 minutes. Again, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't even be able to, really do anything with our show and so on. And also have a proper channel and whatnot. Be on the lookout for more recorded videos in the recorded video section, or just call it videos. The total count we have for today was 6 videos out today. We do live shows every single day. We try to provide a lot to the community. We're working hard every single day. And we know that you guys are working hard with whatever you're doing out in the real world. But we just want to say we appreciate you guys even just taking time out of your day to join us here at CTN. So with that said, have a great night, everybody. Back to you, Larry.
Thank you, Max. Have a great night, everybody. Everybody's going to go grab some chili dogs, looks like, according to Tim. He wants some. And Dongers from 16 Candles with the Best Character. Thank you to that reference there, jerk. But that's it. Be safe, guys. We'll be back again tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much. We love all you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.